If you open your eyes and find yourself standing on the Antarctic ice sheet with an egg resting on top of your feet that absolutely must not fall, surrounded by force majeure blizzards strong enough to blow a person away, and you haven't eaten a single bite of food or drunk a single drop of water for 2 whole months, then don't just stand there and start over immediately. Because this time, you've been reincarnated as nature's tough stand, also most miserable single father of the polar world, the emperor penguin. That would be you. As the largest member of the penguin family, you can stand as tall as mutfire haimui meters and weigh nearly nummui kilograms. But do you think your size lets you rule Antarctica? Absolutely not. Because for your entire life, you will be bound to one of the harshest survival systems on Earth. If everyone watching this video happens to be reincarnated as an emperor penguin, the first thing you must accept is your incredibly unforgiving reproductive setting. While other animals choose to mate and raise their young when spring arrives and flowers bloom, you insist on breeding during Antarctica's coldest and darkest winter. Because only by doing so can your chicks become independent and enter the ocean when food is most abundant the following summer. To make that happen, your entire breeding cycle is forced to begin much earlier. During this process, the female emperor penguin exhausts all of her strength after laying the egg, so she must immediately return to the sea to feed as much as possible. Meanwhile, the male emperor penguin takes on the hellish task of raising the egg. You must carefully place it on top of your feet and cover it with your thick brood pouch. Don't think this is easy. Antarctica has no sunlight during winter. Temperatures often drop below nummu grounds, and the fierce wind cuts across your body like knives. If your feet so much as tremble and the egg falls onto the ice, the consequences will be devastating. Within only a few dozen seconds, your offspring, the tiny life inside that egg, will freeze solid. Therefore, throughout this long 60-day period, you can neither move, nor eat, nor drink. You survive entirely by burning through the several centimeter thick layer of fat on your body. To avoid freezing to death, you have also evolved one of the most astonishing collective warming strategies in the animal kingdom. Thousands of emperor penguins huddle tightly together. When the penguins on the outside can no longer endure the cold, they slowly move toward the center, while those that have warmed up in the middle are gradually pushed outward to face the freezing wind. Everyone takes turns enjoying the warmth with complete fairness. Through this cooperative behavior, you reduce heat loss by nearly half. Then, after finally enduring the winter until spring arrives, your mate returns well-fed to take over, and only then can you finally head out to sea in search of food. At this point, you finally realize that you're actually an incredibly powerful deep-sea submarine. You can dive to depths of nummui meters in a single breath. What does that mean? It's like holding your breath and diving all the way from the top floor of the Shanghai Tower to the ground floor, while still being able to remain underwater for 20 to 30 minutes. But don't think life gets easier now, because breeding season isn't the only deadly challenge you face. Every summer, your annual molting period is another gateway to death. During this nearly month-long period, as you replace your old feathers with new ones, you completely lose your waterproof protection. Even if hunger makes your vision go dark, you absolutely cannot enter the ocean to catch krill. You can only remain standing on stable ice and endure starvation.